So the movie opens in the city and look at it, straight dust and debris, and my man is out here calling for his son. Look at him, my man has never yelled like this in his entire life. Please help. But while he was yelling, he turns around just to see the goat, the legend, Timothy, Godzilla. And I'm not gonna lie, I'm gonna give y'all a warning. The amount of glaze I'm about to put on this man.
He's a freaky ass.
And if any of y'all tell me that the glaze is not valid, I'm not gonna lie, we're gonna have to jump you. Yes, we. If I'm dying, y'all dying with me.
Ain't no choke. Whoa, brother. Whoa. Now, you got too much dip on your chip.
But it was nothing but a flashback, and we go to the present day. And the scene cuts over to the news, and people are not having it. People are out here complaining about the fact that these niggas just letting these monsters roam for we. Holding Monarch accountable, but I'm not gonna lie, what did you want him to do? Fight the nigga? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, I don't know if you've seen Godzilla, but nah, that's my goal, bro. Not even Batman can beat him. I'm staying on that 10 toes down. Fight me about it.
Then if I gotta die, my man's dying with me. You know what I'm saying?
But while they were yapping and having breakfast, the mom shows off her machine that she's been working on and think that it will work. But while they were talking, the house starts to shake and all you hear is a loud screech coming from outside, and they head out. And when they arrive, you just see this gigantic... I don't even know, my guy. And this ginormous caterpillar arrives. And while they were staring at it glazing, they activate the containment barrier, but it malfunctions and this thing started to go crazy. And even with her spazzing out, she still hasn't hurt anyone. And you just hear Emma through the intercom telling these guys to stand down and do not shoot.
That shit was trash, my nigga.
This man couldn't take an order for a single damn second. Like, bruh, she hasn't attacked anybody. My guy really folded under zero pressure. He shoots her, but that was the worst thing you could have done. And she starts whipping them up. No Spider-Man, but what the fuck? And with these guys trying to run away, but she grabs my guy by the legs and swung his body to the side, hitting the wall for no reason. And after 15 people died, Emma finally decides to step in. Like, wow, it really took you that long? And she gets on her knees, activating the machine. But this thing must have said something salty because it tries to whip her up. And tell me why her daughter is running right towards them. Like, bro, what are you gonna do? Fight? Yeah, I'm not gonna lie, but I almost turned this off. What do you mean? And just before she was about to end him, they finally get the controls right, which calms her down. And while they were celebrating from this achievement, you just hear an explosion from the back, and these guys arrive with no word and start airing them out. And this one dude walks up to the scientist and pops him right in the head. And I don't know why he giving this ugly ass smirk, like you are not menacing. Stop! But we go over to our boy out here taking pics of these wolves eating their lunch. But while he was doing that, a helicarrier drops by and these guys start to brief my guy about what's going on. And they show my guy that his family has been kidnapped. And while they were talking, they explained to my guy that Emma managed to rebuild the machine that is able to communicate with these monsters. And I'm not gonna lie, he is spitting, telling them that if they use the wrong frequency, it's game over, my guy. And because he knows the machine better than anyone else, and also the fact that it's his family, he decides to join to rescue them.
How many of these things are there?
17. I'm counting.
17? I don't know what y'all are smoking on, but hey, y'all are heavy on that. But they arrive to the facility and start to get briefed and get told that Mothra escaped from the facility and is now cocooning itself under this waterfall. And the person responsible for doing all this is this nigga, Alan Jonah. And I'm not gonna lie, I hate you so much I don't even want to say your name. I'm just gonna call you ugly nigga. And while they were discussing their next move, my boy stands up and tells them that hey, it's a trap, my guy. Going after Mothra is the wrong play because these guys would be looking for something bigger, and he not lying. And while he was spitting straight facts, all of them are looking disappointed as if he's crazy like my guy. He's the most sane person here. But we go over to Antarctica and they get out the jet and immediately start spraying these dudes. And after cleaning up the entire place, they start to go down the elevator into the facility. And when they get in there,
What the fuck? No!
And instead of coming here to, I don't know, exterminate this thing, they talking about some, let's release it. Nigga! And while they were digging into the ice, we go back to our boy Mark, and Godzilla starts to wake up. And this man has been asleep for 5 years, the longest nap time I done ever heard. And they lower their weapons and open up the shield, and all you see is this man glowing, straight hide and seek. What is he doing?
What's with the light show?
It's an intimidation display.
Am I the only person who does not believe that this is what he's doing? It's an intimidation display. Like, bro, why would Godzilla try to intimidate us? Like, if he really wanted to, my dog could just use his atomic breath and vaporize all of us. Like, let's be for real right now.
I don't think it's for us.
Oh, my fault. I literally just went it on for nothing. Of course it isn't. And when they figure out that Godzilla is headed towards Antarctica, all of them look at him shook. But we cut over to them putting bombs into the holes that they carved in. The squad arrives and they start searching and looking around. But while they were searching, an explosion goes off and some of them just started getting snatched. And while they were moving, they see the family, and the moment Mark saw them, it was over. My guy runs out, grabs a gun and goes in. He manages to find them, shoots one of the guys down, and he tells them to come over. But the mother, hitting one of the most savage betrayals that I have ever seen, tells her daughter to step back, grabs the detonator and activates it. Just because I love to over exaggerate these situations, imagine if this detonator was another nick. The entire thing starts to cave in and you just see a bunch of people running for dear life. But when she sees everything, she activates the machine and
wait, boy. Boy, ain't no way, 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 boy.
I'ma need all of y'all to say this with me. Yes, even the Caucasians. Ready? Nigga, what the fuck? And this thing wasted no time, takes its wings out of the ice, and these idiots start shooting at it. Like, my guy, y'all could have just run away. And while they were shooting, it goes up, prepares one of the meanest blasts I've ever seen, and zaps them, eviscerating them niggas. They're gone. And after finishing off the lightweight, they turn their gaze to the helicarrier, slowly crawling. Like me, I'm not gonna explain why. And just before this thing was about to take them out, they stop and the GOAT arrived. And I'ma start glazing immediately. Play him the track. Oh my gosh, the GOAT. And Godzilla starts it off with a roar. Listen to this. And they run at each other with Godzilla kicking the helicarrier out the way. And they clash like it's Beerus and Goku shaking the universe. And Godzilla starts it off with a chomp on one of their necks. But it bites his shoulder. Got my man screaming for help. But he wasn't finna go down like no bitch. Slams one of their heads right to the ground. And the movie cuts over to the humans. Man, I don't want to see this. And they really tried to play me as if I didn't see the entire fight. Because how is my man Godzilla falling as if he didn't have the upper hand the entire time? I really had to pull out the VAR, ain't no way. And Monster Zero starts backing up like the bitch that he is. He blasts him right in the face, but you just hear the sound. And as much as I wanted to glaze Godzilla in this moment, my guy sold the bag. Because while he was charging up his Kamehameha, when he blasts, he aimed for their heads.
This nigga is trash.
Like, say it ain't so, my guy really has a peanut for brain. Because what did you think this was gonna do with his open body and his gigantic wings? My guy, please.
Please! No!
And with him making that singular mistake, they start to blast my guy right in the chest, sending him falling down. And with Godzilla out of the way, it goes straight back to the humans, killing this girl for no reason. And just before it was about to do the same to all of them, the backup arrives. And I'm not gonna lie, when I saw this scene, the plot armor radar started going crazy, because when this missile bounces off the wing, it hits towards my boy Mark, but it doesn't hit him directly. But I'm not gonna lie, bro, this should have killed you. But Godzilla gets back up and is ready for round 2. But this thing, being a pussy, evades the squabble, and Godzilla telling him, so we fast forward some time and we cut over to them discussing why Shawty would betray them and want to release Monster Zero. And obviously there is a pattern. But while they were talking, speak of the devil, and what she says here has got to be one of the most stupid things I have ever heard.
I'm saving the world.
Bitch, are you dumb?
Pardon me?
Are you dumb?
I think she's dumb.
I think she's dumb.
I think she's dumb.
think
Are
you're
you? Like medically speaking.
And she was really out here trying to justify releasing gigantic monsters onto the planet. Talking about some, I don't want my son's death to be in vain. Do you think your son would have wanted this? Use your common sense. Meddling with creatures beyond your understanding has got to be one of the most stupid things you could ever do. But you think you're playing God by doing so and saving us?
Bitch, you got me fucked up. You can suck my left nut.
And you want to know what makes this situation even worse? She is literally doing all of this in front of her daughter. But after that, she ends the call and immediately opens a containment for another monster. So they're running out of time. And even though they open the gates, it still has to be called. And her daughter is pleading with her mom not to do this, at least to let the people evacuate, but she still goes on to do it. Activating the machine, but we go over to Mexico City where a bunch of people are getting evacuated. But while they're doing that, you just hear a loud roar. And the facility explodes, looking like an eruption with lava pouring out. And this thing, looking like a pterodactyl, comes out. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro, I'm not even giving you an intro song. Hell no. And the people of Mexico, you know what they're doing? Staring at it. And only when this thing decides to roar, that's when y'all run away. Like, I'm not gonna lie, bro, deserved. And this thing, after emoting, turns its gaze. Like, are you looking at me? Don't even try me, bro, I got hands. And while these guys in the jets were heading towards the fire demon, they look on the radar and see that a storm literally changed its direction and is heading straight towards them. So with that, they obviously realize that's no storm, that's Monster Zero. So the obvious play in this situation, instead of just trying to fight these gigantic monsters at once, they have to fight each other. So all of these jets start to shoot at this thing, making it mad and getting its attention. So they all hit a mean reverse with this thing right on their tail. But tell me why, when this thing jumps down and starts flying, it leaves nothing but... Nigga, what did they do to my mans? This thing, by simply flying over the city, is literally making cars and people fly.
Bitch, you got me fucked up. You can suck my left.
But after that, they start leading this thing towards Monster Zero, with these jets turning around and shooting at it to slow it down. But it dives, smacks all of them with its wings, and comes from the top rope, grabbing two of them with its feet. You's a freaky ass nigga! Taking them down and gets behind one of them, but my boy hits the ejector seat right into its mouth. And after devouring that man, it starts to get behind more of them, but just when they try to escape, it literally hits a spin move. I said spin move, and takes, I kid you not, all of them out. And after eliminating all of them, it goes to the last one where our group is in, and they head right into the storm. And just when this thing was about to catch them, it gets right in front of Monster Zero, and the jet, without wasting any time, immediately dives down, with these two clashing straight into each other. And I'm not gonna lie, if you thought this was gonna be an amazing matchup, you are sadly mistaken, because 2 seconds later, this thing spreads its wings open and pushes him right into the water.
Embarrassing.
Bro, it wasn't even 2 seconds. And while this jet was flying, even bringing in civilians, you see Monster Zero right behind him. But again, once more, the GOAT pulls up. And I'ma say it again, play his intro. And they start squabbling crazy in the water. Even though I cannot see anything, it's going crazy, trust. Godzilla was going so wild, he literally ripped one of its heads off. And I'm not gonna lie, round 2, Godzilla should have won this easily, but because humans wanted to interfere, sending an entire nuke towards them, my guy got slumped, with Monster Zero emerging victorious. But this was a fake win, I'm not counting it. And my GOAT, Godzilla, getting wounded, had to retreat, go down to get healed. But this thing gets on top of the volcano, literally regenerating one of its heads like it's Piccolo, and emote. And with Monster Zero basically winning the fight, it becomes the king of the monsters, with its screeching, waking up other monsters around the world. Skull Island, Arizona, Germany, heck, even Japan. And Monster Zero is controlling all of these ones to destroy any city nearby. And I'm not gonna lie, you really think Godzilla going out like some pussy? Hell no. Because the humans managed to revive my boy. How? Go watch the movie, my guy. And I'ma say it for the 3rd time this video, play his intro. And after waking up and immediately emoting, he turns his gaze. Is this man looking at me?
Oh, relax, dude. Take it easy, man. Cool your beans, bro.
But Godzilla decides to lock in and head towards Monster Zero. And I'm not gonna lie, before we even get to that fight, peep this. They really said, come outside, bro. We won't jump you. Nigga. And I guess the plot armor gene pool runs through the entire family, because tell me how she managed to survive this. This thing basically vaporized any living organism in a 2-mile radius, and she manages to survive unscathed. Yeah, alright, bro. Alright, whatever you say, bro. And just when this thing was about to end her life, again, maybe for the last time, maybe not, the GOAT pulls up.
Man, the first time was so nice, I had to do it.
And this man, with such aura, pulls up with jets flying behind him. Yeah, that's my GOAT, bro. That's my GOAT, bro. These jets start to shoot at Monster Zero, but it starts to hide, cower in fear. Pussy, come outside! But Godzilla runs in, clashes, sending a shockwave. And when I tell you the disappointment on my face when they are so focused on the humans finding his daughter, like, bro, I came here to see monsters fight, not for this. And tell me why when I turn around, this man Godzilla is getting cooked again. But while I was trying to choke him out, straight freaky ass nigga, my man said, and the GOAT pulls up, going from blue to red like Goku. But in Goku terms, this might be a downgrade, but nah, not here. He starts sending heat waves, literally burning its wings. Look at it, trembling in fear. Are those tears, bro? And he steps on its chest, sending a gigantic... And I gotta end this video properly. Godzilla, show him what's up.
the time they at the door. How you go behind my back? You supposed to be my bro. Fuck this bitch last night, but I swear I didn't know. Throw her on my name, they ain't know that I would grow. Take a trip to get the drugs, every time it's for the low. Says she wants some new shoes, swear that's all she care about. Brody rode away.